Good afternoon, everybody. How is all of my wonderful subscribers and viewers out there doing today? I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. It's Nikki D, and welcome back to the Nikki D channel. Today, we're going to be doing the 2024 NFL predictions week 3, where I, Nikki D, break down all 16 games in week 3 of the NFL. Don't forget to like the video, share the video on social media, and smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of when I drop my next video. Without further ado, let's get to our first game of the week will be Thursday Night Football, as the New England Patriots go on the road into East Rutherford as they are at Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets. And the New England Patriots coming off of a close overtime loss to the Seattle Seahawks, looking to get revenge this week. And I think they're going to find revenge this week. Normally, these games are very close, the rivalry games between the Patriots and the Jets. And I expect nothing less here. And I'm picking the New England Patriots to defeat the New York Jets. And now to the Sunday games as we kick things off in the 1 p.m. bracket as the New York Giants go on the road into the dog pound to take on the Cleveland Browns. And the New York Giants are 0-2 this season, and honestly, I don't see that getting any better. They lost the game last week where they didn't even allow a touchdown, while Cleveland went on the road and beat Jacksonville in Duval County. So I'm picking the Cleveland Browns to beat the New York Giants. In our next matchup, we have the Green Bay Packers going on the road into Nashville to take on the Tennessee Titans. And in this matchup, we got to have a good defensive battle between these two teams. I really feel like since Jordan Love went down on injury, I think the Packers are going to struggle here, but I don't see Tennessee being able to put up many points either. I think this is going to be a very low-scoring affair, but I'm picking the Green Bay Packers to beat the Tennessee Titans. In our next game, we have the Chicago Bears going on the road into Lucas Oil Stadium to take on Anthony Richardson and the Indianapolis Colts. I really feel like Caleb Williams is going to shine in this game, and I wouldn't be surprised if he has 2 or 3 touchdown passes in this game. And I really don't feel like this is the week where the Colts get their first W of the week. So with that being said, I'm picking the Chicago Bears to beat the Indianapolis Colts. Up next, as we continue along on the NFL prediction show, we've got the Houston Texans going on the road at Minnesota. They'll be taking on the Vikings in a battle of 2-0 teams. Our first of 2 battle of 2-0 teams this week. And I really think that CJ Stroud is going to show up and show out. I know that Minnesota only allowed 17 points to the San Francisco 49ers, but at the same token, I really feel like Houston has something to prove this year, especially with their second-year quarterback in CJ Stroud, and that's why I'm picking the Texans to beat the Vikings to get to 3-0. In our next matchup, we have the Philadelphia Eagles going on the road into the Bayou to take on the 2-0 New Orleans Saints. And Philadelphia barely lost Monday night to the Atlanta Falcons at home. If they were able to hold on in that game, this would be a battle of undefeated teams as well. Philadelphia is a pretty good team, but that New Orleans Saints offense has been next level so far this year, scoring 47 points against the Panthers, 44 points against the Cowboys, and I wouldn't be surprised if they drop into the 40 points here in the Eagles in this game. I'm picking the Saints to beat the Eagles. In our next matchup, we have the other battle of 2-0 teams as the LA Chargers going on the road in the Heinz Field as they are at the Pittsburgh Steelers. And honestly, I expect this to be a low-scoring game because of how well Pittsburgh has played defensively this year. And I do think Justin Herbert is going to have a touchdown pass or two in this game, and I'm picking the Chargers to beat the Steelers to get the 3-0. In our next matchup, we have the Denver Broncos going on the road into Raymond James Stadium to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are 2-0. And Denver has just struggled so far this year as they couldn't beat Seattle. And last week, they couldn't put up any points against the Pittsburgh Steelers until the fourth quarter. That definitely has to change. I'm not sure if it will, especially facing this Tampa Bay stout defense. And Baker Mayfield has been playing well this year. He could find Mike Evans enough times. I think Tampa Bay is going to beat Denver and get to 3-0. Up next, as we continue along on the NFL prediction show, we get to the 4:05 games as the Carolina Panthers are going on the road into Allegheny Stadium to take on the Las Vegas Raiders. And honestly, the first thing I have to say when I saw this matchup, Carolina is garbage this year. They scored 10 points against the Saints. They scored 3 points against the Chargers, 13 points of total offense in the first 2 games of the year. And let's be honest, that's not going to cut it. And the Raiders are a pretty average team right now, but they're not Carolina bad, which is why I'm picking the Raiders to beat the Panthers. In our next matchup, we have the Miami Dolphins going on the road into Quest Field to take on the 2-0 Seattle Seahawks. And I think Seattle is improved from a year ago, offensively, defensively, especially Geno Smith at the quarterback position. And honestly, if Tua Tagovailoa did not get hurt for the Finns last week, I probably would have picked Miami to win this game. But because they have question marks now at the quarterback position for Miami, I'm picking the Seattle Seahawks to win. And now we go to the 4:25 games as the 0-2 Baltimore Ravens going on the road into Arlington, and they are at the 1-1 Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys last week here got beat down by the Saints. I think they're looking for a revenge game here, and I really feel for Baltimore because they have had such a difficult schedule to start the year. They are a lot better than 0-2, and honestly, I'm picking the Dallas Cowboys, and the Baltimore Ravens are also a lot better than 0-3, but it's just a schedule to start the year. But when it comes down to the Ravens and the Cowboys, I'm picking Dallas. In our next matchup, we'll have the San Francisco 49ers going on the road into SoFi Stadium to take on the LA Rams. And I think LA is a decent team, but they are just not the San Francisco 49ers, the defending NFC champions. The 49ers had a hiccup last week in Minnesota, but I think they're going to be looking for revenge this week, and I think they're going to get it, as I'm picking the San Francisco 49ers to beat the LA Rams. In our next matchup, we have the Detroit Lions going on the road into Glendale to take on Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals. And honestly, I really like this Detroit Lions team. And I think Arizona had a great week last week, a complete shocker, considering I picked the Rams and the Cardinals come in and win by 31, showing us that the Cardinals can blow teams out. But at the same token, I think Detroit is here for a purpose, and I don't see the Lions falling to 1-2. So I'm picking the Detroit Lions to beat the Arizona Cardinals. And now we go to Sunday Night Football as the 2-0 Kansas City Chiefs go on the road into Mercedes-Benz Stadium to take on the Atlanta Falcons. And honestly, I think Atlanta's a decent team, but at the same token, I am not picking against the Kansas City Chiefs until they lose. They have Patrick Mahomes, they have Travis Kelce, they have Isaiah. I think Isaiah Pacheco just went down with an injury, but they still have an explosive passing game. They have great defense. I'm picking the Chiefs. And now we have two Monday Night Football games coming this Monday. And the first will have a 7:30 kickoff as 0-2 Jacksonville go into Orchard Park to take on the 2-0 Buffalo Bills. And as much as I would love to see Trevor Lawrence go in and pull off the upset as a Patriots fan, I don't see it happening. I think Josh Allen is going to show up, show out. I think the running game is going to do well. And I think the Buffalo Bills are going to defeat the Jacksonville Jaguars. And now to the other Monday Night Football game, as we have the 1-1 Washington Commanders going on the road into Paul Brown Stadium to take on Joe Burrow and the 0-2 Cincinnati Bengals. And honestly, when it comes to this matchup, I think Cincinnati is actually favored more than Washington despite the records. Washington got the win over the Giants last week with 7 field goals. So they need to figure out whether they can put the ball in the end zone or not. Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals just barely lost last week to the Kansas City Chiefs on a last-second field goal. So I really think this is the week where the Cincinnati Bengals get improved to 1-2. I'm picking the Cincinnati Bengals to beat the Washington Commanders. And that was the 2024 NFL Predictions Week 3. What's your predictions for this weekend? Let me know down in the comment section below, because that's what it's there for. Don't forget to like the video, share the video on social media, and you made it all the way to the end of the video, go smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of when I drop my next video. And if you want to see some more of me, Nicky D, then go check out another one of my videos, because I've got hours of videos that'll keep you entertained well into the evening. I'm Nicky D. This is the Nicky D channel. I hope everybody has an amazing day, and I will see all of y'all beautiful people next time. Bye, y'all.